When you need help or advice, you turn to your parents or a trusted friend for help. So why go outside of Virginia, your home, when you need car insurance? Able Insurance gives you individual attention and won't turn you away no matter what your driving record looks like. Giving same-day personal service in the state of Virginia for over 30 years. Able Insurance, 979-0814 is the number. AbleInsurance.com is the site.
I want the whole world spin my record. Cheryl, the Hooded Styles, check game, stay free records. Oh, shorty girl fed to death and I'm massaging. Bad news even be massaging. I got a city head, I be massaging. Pinky rings on my finger, I'm massaging. I got a speedboat concert cause I massage. I coming through about a whole Econo Lodge. I be massaging. I be massaged. I'm coming through with Cadillacs and massaging. Yeah, both subconsciously massaging. I got GPSs, I be massaging. I catch croaker fish cause I'm massaging. I like a macaroni plate, I be massaging. Even oodles and noodles, I be massaging. Straight out the ghetto cause I'm massaging. I got ice around my neck cause I'm massaging. Or even gold teeth, I'm massaging. A pinky ring iced out.
What up, though? Welcome to the Ball Hawk Show podcast on this Tuesday, January 22nd. It's now past 5:30, and we in here. Got a nice show for you. It's the Klay. We're talking about Klay Thompson, the dude who hit 10 three-pointers in a row. We talking about that Klay? Yes, we talking about that Klay today. He leads the show. We got to talk about Klay Thompson and what he did versus the LA Lakers. Also on the docket, we got Carmelo Anthony traded to the Bulls and released. Where should Carmelo Anthony go? Got to talk about the 76ers and what they did to James Harden yesterday. They put out the blueprint of how to contain James Harden, even though he scored 30 points again for the 20th straight time. A big topic on Facebook today on my wall was, are professional sports rigged? So we got to discuss, are professional sports rigged? A lot of people believe that professional sports are rigged. So I don't think it is, but they think it's rigged. Another question, another topic, how can we label who the best players are in sports? Should the NFL change their overtime rules? And we also got to talk about Ronaldo has to pay over $20 million in taxes. And he won't do jail time because he agreed to pay it because he make $90 million in the year. And then we're going to take calls, as always. These are the topics that we plan to get through, but we know we don't always get through all of them because we get sidetracked because it's like barbershop talk. Sometimes you get a hot topic and you got to roll with it. So I won't say all these topics will be addressed, but this is the GPS. But sometimes you take a back street and you get to your destination a little bit faster because time go by fast. That didn't make any sense. But anyway, the number, I'm going to put it in the YouTube stream and the Facebook stream, 760-695-1106. If you're on the Facebook stream, it's listed in the description also. But a lot of y'all don't pay attention. So I'll just type it again because they're like, man, what's the number? I'm like, man, it's in the damn title. But, you know how we do. We just click. We don't even pay attention. But what up to everybody viewing right now, man? It's cold as hell outside, especially if you're here in Virginia. It was 10 degrees outside today, and I was going to the gym. 10 damn degrees. Like, what is really going on? But, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about this Ronaldo situation, man. So if y'all don't know, soccer dudes make a lot of money, okay? Cristiano Ronaldo was fined almost $21.6 million for tax fraud on Tuesday, but will avoid serving a 23-month prison sentence. He played for Real Madrid from 2009 to 2018, agreed to settle the case by paying the fine, 18.8, well, in their dollars fine, which is basically a little over $20 million. God, dog. Hey, Clyde, you stupid. He said, what's the number? Laughing because I just said it. So, long story short, man, he owe over $20 million. He going to pay it. He made $93 million last year, according to Forbes. $93 million in 1 year. While we over here talking about what Kyler Murray should do and what LeBron getting and what Odell Beckham just got or what Cam Newton got a couple years ago or what Aaron Rodgers got, this dude made $93 million playing football overseas. And we over here getting mad at the little chump change that our American sports players do. Do the world not pay attention to who really out here getting this money? You got teams paying $100 million just to get him on the team. So they would pay another club $100 million just so that he could be on the roster, then pay him millions. And we worried about NFL teams, NBA players, and what they getting. Man, y'all got the game messed up. I'm going to go ahead and look. Both my kids play soccer for good damn reason. This man made $90 million. Man, you could sit the bench and probably make $15 million. I might be reaching. But shout out to Ronaldo for taking ain't no damn shout out to Ronaldo. You got the money. Why the hell you hiding the money for all that money you make? You know how we say, why for you hiding all that money? Next, we're going to talk about Carson Wentz. I forgot to talk. Look, for all you journalists out there, can we please get away from these anonymous people and anonymous quotes? Can we please get away from that? To me, that's very cowardly. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm going to do a story, I need a name by the quote. It's going to hold more weight. All this anonymous, like, you can hear something in the stands and say, well, now I got anonymous tip or it's anonymous. Like, I really don't respect that. So in the article, what's up, JaVale? In the article, they said that Carson Wentz was selfish, egotistical, can't be held accountable. Basically, to me, it sounds like they describe a lot of great players in every era. If you look at every great player, and I'm not absolving him, but when they say somebody is not selfish, but they say he's hardworking, determined, highly intelligent, but the true Carson Wentz is complicated, with sources describing him as selfish, uncompromising, egotistical. So uncompromising, egotistical, those are two traits of great players. Like, majority of great players that you come across, those two things, uncompromising, egotistical, because it drives them. The one thing that confuses me about this Carson Wentz situation is that anonymous source says that everything's been given to him. He's his biggest enemy. He's had his ass kissed his whole life. The dude didn't go to a D1 college, so I don't know how you have your ass kissed when you at a D2 school. I don't understand that. But JaVale, what you got to say about this? I'm gonna get T in here also. JaVale, are you eating? Are you eating right now? What are you doing? Man, T, go ahead, man, because JaVale finished in the Slurpee or something.
What topic
I
you
ain't
on
doing
right
nothing,
now?
cuz.
Oh, now he want to say something.
Nah, I ain't know you was talking to me. My bad.
Sound like you got some Five Guys rap or something, man.
Oh, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. My bad.
So what's up, man? So we were just talking about the Carson Wentz and anonymous sources. I don't like anonymous sources, man. I really despise that.
Right. Put
If
your name
you man enough to say it off the record, say it on the record.
And they said that he's got his ass kissed his whole life, but the dude started 1 year in college and went to North Dakota
South
State?
Dakota.
Which one of them?
South Dakota State.
Yeah.
You sure it's South
Dakota
Dakota
State.
and not North Dakota?
It's South Dakota State.
Okay,
Maybe it is North Dakota.
I'm just messing. I don't know.
I know they played JMU. They've been
they played JMU. They got smacked by JMU. We do know that.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, man. I think we touched on it before, maybe even yesterday.
North
when it comes to great players. Yeah, when it comes to great players, I think you reached on it yesterday where you said, that mentality and their attitude, and you feel that you are better than most people on your level. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I don't. If it's an anonymous source, man, if you can't be on the record and state your case, then it is what it is. So I mean that's here there.
It sounds like it might be a diva receiver. They probably don't even touch the field. You know what I'm saying? That's what it. I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. Oh, he got his favorite target. That. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. That dude won games. Yeah. He did exactly what you want a quarterback to do: win games.
So if that came from an Eagles source, would you say that possibly it was Alshon Jeffrey?
No,
because Alshon Jeffrey eats. Alshon Jeffrey eats when Nick Foles is in the game.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
but
I don't know.
What, my thing is, what would be the reasoning for him not to go
right
on
now?
The record? Right, listen, I know the reasoning, but to go against the grain with you, if that is Alshon, by you saying this, how is that going to help you get more? Now,
hey, cut your radio down in the background because you can hear the echo.
No, I got you. My bad. I like to look at the comments while I'm.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it could be Alshon. It could be Alshon. That.
I mean, Alshon gets this year out. Look. This year, last year when Carson Wentz played his full season when he was 11-2, Alshon Jeffrey was targeted 120 times. Zach Ertz was targeted 110. All right, so we'll go to this year in which Carson Wentz only played 11 games, and Alshon played 13 of them. He was targeted 92. Zach Ertz was targeted 156. But when you break down percentages of Nick Foles and Carson Wentz, they both target Zach Ertz the same. He averages 9 targets with both of them at quarterback.
Hey, and Hawker, you know what? I went back and did, man, since the regular season has been over, because I don't record every game, but I record every red zone Sunday, right? And that was the Eagles' biggest problem. That was the Eagles' biggest problem the first 4 or 5 weeks. Just they weren't healthy, man. The Eagles got a good squad, man. You know what I'm saying? And they fell off and they fell behind. But then after week 10, 11, 12, when everybody started coming back, they went on a run. You know what I'm saying? But that was the Eagles' biggest problem the first month and a half of the season. They just weren't healthy. And especially on the defensive side of the ball, their whole damn secondary went down like the first 3 weeks of the season. I mean, that was the biggest thing. And, I mean, injuries play a part into everything. But, and I'm not an Eagles fan, obviously, but I think that was if you can say a team was riddled with multiple injuries at key positions, I think the Eagles are there. And, I mean, their quarterback, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that was a big part. That was a big part of the Eagles, you know what I'm saying? But they still had a hell of a season that came back and, you know what I'm saying, still made the playoffs and produced in the playoffs. So, hats off to your Eagles, man. I think that was a hell of a coaching job, you know what I'm saying, by their coaching staff for real.
And I just question the timing of this article just because we know what lays ahead as far as are they going to retain Nick Foles? Is this a pitch from somebody that wanted to remain anonymous? Like, if you're going to make claims like this, if you're going to say somebody's selfish, you got to put your name by the statement to me. Like, I'm not, and I've never been a professional journalist, but my morals are not going to allow me to write a story and have anonymous, because I could basically say that anonymous quote is coming from you because you wrote it. I don't believe you told nobody. This came from you.
You never know, right? You never know.
Like,
that's 100%,
it's too much
man.
gray area.
That's 100%. Yeah.
It's too much
100%.
gray area, man. But I ain't want to spend too much time on NFL. I want to give Tuesday to the NBA, and we got to start off with the man of the hour, Klay. We talking about Klay. We talking about the dude who hit 2 straight threes. We talking about Klay, who dribbled like 5 times in 2 games. We talking about Klay. Klay Thompson last night got people questioning if it came to catch and shoot, who's better, him or Steph Curry? If you ain't dribbling, just
Klay
catching
Thompson.
and shooting the ball, who is better?
Klay Thompson.
That's a great question. We know off the dribble, Steph is that dude. But if it comes to just, hey, man, come off the screen, catch and shoot, who you want?
Klay Thompson.
For the people that don't know, Klay, he was 17 of 20 yesterday, 10 of 11 from three. That ties the NBA record for percentage as far as taking at least 10 threes. He hit 10 straight to start the game off. He ended up with 44. He only played 27 minutes, so he hit 44 points on 20 attempts, which is crazy. Steph Curry was just 2 of 10. He had a Shaq in the Fool moment yesterday. That's what we remember, Steph for. But it happens to the best of them. But with Booby back, not Booby, but with Cousins back, Golden State, they unstoppable? Are they unstoppable? Are they unbeatable? Do we just give them the ring right now?
Nah, I wouldn't say you give them the ring. I wouldn't say give them the ring because Klay in his groove right now, and
he started off.
I wonder
slow.
if he would. Yeah, and I wonder. That's the thing though, because Klay normally he normally have like a fall off right after the All-Star, and then the beginning of the playoffs, and then he pick it up like at the end. So this normally not his time when he gets real hot. So I'm wondering if he gonna shoot himself out before
he shoot his wad, huh?
I mean, but I don't understand. I don't feel that Boogie is going to be a deterrent to their team. I mean, if anything, he's just going to take away from JaVale McGee's time once he gets in game shape. Like, I mean, he's a perennial all-star. He's good for. I mean, his first.
JaVale McGee. JaVale not there.
I mean, well, you're right. He was there last year. Who's playing center for them?
Hell, I ain't been paying attention.
Yeah,
one of them little dudes.
Yeah, but I mean, he is eventually going to be there. I don't know why the hell I said McGee, but he was there last year. I was thinking he was still there, but
I know what you meant, though.
He's just gonna fill that center role, man. I mean, he's 6'10". He can run the court. I mean, he can shoot from the three. You know what I'm saying? He can space the court. Like, I don't think it's going to be a hindrance to them. And if, like I said, if anybody's touches, Klay and Steph are still going to get their touches. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If anybody who's on that top tier on that team, yeah, there you go. If anybody is going to be, and he's not a factor really on the offensive end, but if anybody out of their top three that's going to lose touches, it's probably going to be Draymond.
He don't care about touches.
Right. He wants to play defense. He wants to get in everybody's head. You know what I'm saying? He wants to be that Dennis Rodman or the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? That's his job, and that's what he is. So I mean, that's cool. That's cool. But I definitely don't think. I mean, they've been the best team, man. You know what I'm saying? And KG, he gonna get his thing. So I don't know, man. I think they the best team. They've been the best team over the most talented team over the past 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
I think the only problem, the problem they'll run into in the West is Houston, if they're healthy. And the only reason I say that is because Capella's an X factor. Now Houston did lose Trevor Ariza, where they let him walk, which was dumb. But like Capella, what's the other boy name to be shooting the three? What's his name? Ballhead.
Gordon.
Nah, he's talking about number 4. He's talking about number 4. Tucker.
Yeah, Tucker. You got Tucker, and then I mean James Harden. Like they don't have an answer for James Harden. So I think James Harden can get them in foul trouble. He'll definitely get Boogie in foul trouble.
Hey, but
Boogie pick up 2 fouls.
But that takes me into your question, though. That takes me into your topic. This is a great transition. Did the 76ers show you how to beat the Rockets last night?
I think they did, but only with Chris Paul out.
Okay.
Because you can't do that with Chris Paul on the court. But if Chris Paul not on the court, I think so. If Chris Paul not on the court, you don't play James Harden 1-on-1. Make somebody else on that team beat you. And he still had over 30 last night.
He still had 30, yeah. He still got 30.
Yeah, but I think if they wouldn't went to that, if they didn't go to that specific game plan, he would have had 50, 55.
Only dude that scored double figures besides him was Green and Kenneth Faried. Faried had 13, just like his first game, and then Green had 18. But starters-wise, Rivers ain't have a single point. Gordon only had 8, which is crazy. Nene had 4 in just 8 minutes played, and P.J. Tucker only had 2 points. So James took 86 shot attempts.
You know what I think every night?
Capella and Chris Paul matter, dog.
Yeah, Chris Paul is nice, but man, if you, it's a recurring situation, bro. He's never healthy. He's never healthy in the playoffs. Like it's you know what I'm saying? And he got a max deal, maybe not a max deal, but he got like 4 years, $100 million. Like he got a big deal just last year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't understand. And to me, the biggest problem with the Rockets and this year and last year is Ariza. Ariza was the best defensive player.
Blue guy. Yep.
And other than Harden, he was the most consistent 3-point scorer. Like I even more than Tucker, because Ariza can stroke, man. Ariza can stroke, and he can guard the 2, 3, and some 4s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's the Rockets' biggest problem this year. So you let Ariza go and sign Melo bum ass that you let go after 3 weeks.
Time out.
Hell of a transition there. Yeah.
Come on, man. No, you just can't throw a shot at my dog Melo and then try to move it on along like we ain't gonna talk about Melo.
He shot the cannon at Melo, man.
God damn, Melo bum ass though, not Melo old ass, bum ass though.
What'd you say about?
Now he went out like he don't hear us though. That's messed up.
I told you last year that Melo was gonna be the first pick in the Big Three this year. That Melo is done. Melo is cooked.
Hey, what's the difference between Carmelo and Michael Beasley?
Michael Beasley attempts to play defense. Melo refuses.
Oh, so Melo refused to play defense, huh?
I think so. I think he does.
You just because ain't no damn difference. That's why you trying. You know I got you with that one. They interchangeable. It's just Melo. Remember what shorts to wear.
He couldn't last a month.
Month where?
With Houston.
Beasley ain't playing that many minutes. He could definitely last a couple months.
But he's still on the team though. Melo is a name now. He's not a factor. He's a name. He's a brand. That's all.
Man, you gotta stop this blasphemy, dog. Stop dissing Melo like that, man. What did he do? What did he do to deserve this type of treatment? This the motherfucking thanks he get. He started this ISO. We love James Harden for all this ISO, but we kill Melo for the same damn ISO. Ain't this a blip?
Yeah,
I can't believe that.
Yeah, Melo
got that love. Melo got that love because he played on the East Coast and he played at Syracuse. Harden was at Arizona State and people barely knew who he was.
I'm talking about the NBA though. Why we get Harden?
Ain't nobody know what Harden who Harden was because he had no beard.
It's because of beard.
Every day I see the NBA, man, I think of Scott Brooks and the GM, whoever he was with OKC. When you had Durant, Westbrook, and Harden, like you could have made it away, especially with these max contracts and these super teams. They could have been on a team their whole career.
Ain't nobody trying to play with Westbrook, man.
That's a fact. I'm inclined to believe that narrative too, man. That's a good point.
I'm very surprised Paul George signed.
He a special individual, man. Like Paul George special. He might got a little blue ball that he bounced when nobody looking.
Yeah.
He got a little blue ball.
Man, I hope 58.
Yeah, but I
hope 58 on this joint tonight, cause he about to go crazy. Y'all talk about Russell Westbrook. Yes, sir.
What? No, don't get it twisted. I rise with Westbrook, but I'm a realist too. Like, I love Melo, but I'll tell you, bad body Melo is a bum, but the Melo in shape will cook still. If Melo come in, look, Melo the only dude that get in shape in the all season, and as soon as the first game start, he fat again. I don't know how it happens all the time. He just gains 20. He like a boxer. As soon as the first game start, like it's the day before the first game, he rehydrate and then he fat again. Like, I don't get it, man. I don't understand it, Melo. He got Lala back now. We ain't got to worry about Tommy piping Lala in power no more. I mean, you know. Shout out to you, Melo. It's just jokes because I know you got them Baltimore dudes everywhere. So, you know, let your boy breathe a little bit. But look, so why I got y'all on the line also, let me go ahead because where you feel like Melo going to end up at? Let me at least get to that before we move to the next subject. What do you, JaVale, no disrespect now, where do you think Melo going to end? Not in no damn big three because he would kill them in the big three. We know this. MVP, everything. Rings, it'd be like the Olympics. So we stand in the NBA.
Yeah, no.
You asked the question. This is your question, actually.
Yeah, I looked it up. That's why I posted it. They say the Lakers. They say Portland. They say Golden State. They say the 76ers. They say Miami. You know what I'm saying? And you know his ties with LeBron and D-Wade. So, I mean, and Philly. They say Philly too. So I mean, I don't know. I was throwing it out there. I mean, I don't know. He got to go somewhere where he fit because he running out. Carmelo been on damn half of the teams in the league by now. Not really, but you know what I'm saying. He been on 10, 11 teams probably. Even though
you know what's
like
my man Jason just said Melo is compared to his draft class. That's the difference. And the one thing about Melo, because they always say Melo versus Bron, Melo versus Wade, Melo versus Bosh. Melo was the only one that went to the West. I think that
right.
You know, and Melo did make playoffs day one. I mean, shit. If we love Chris Paul, we gotta love Melo. Damn it, I'm sticking to it. Darian, what's up, dog?
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on with you, brother?
Oh,
hey,
D.
We can't have to play without Darian on the horn. We already know. The battle continues.
I had to cut the workout short because of y'all, man. Listen, man, my name is Loaded Lux. All right? I got to say, I always do realignment for y'all, brothers,
He A-Verb. Well,
man.
JaVale A-Verb then.
Listen, man. Listen, bro. So, when y'all say set shooters, the best set shooter is Klay right now. You don't compare him to Steph Curry. Steph Curry isn't that type of player. If you want to make comparisons for Klay, you make comparisons with Ray Allen and Reggie Miller. That's it. Those are the only comparisons that you make because they're the exact same player.
Except for Ray was dunk on your ass, though.
Come off the set shot.
People don't.
No,
before he was Ray, he was Jesus.
When
he would dunk on him.
He would
Super
get busy.
Cavs.
But when he got to Boston, he got too old, and he changed his game.
Some Cavs, though. We talk about Cavs. I'm playing.
Saying,
Go ahead.
like,
I'm playing.
When he changed his game, you know what I'm saying, when he got to Boston, that's what the type of Ray Allen I'm referring to. But when you make those comparisons, you got to pair them to them. And then you can't even make that type of comparison either because the game is different now. You can't put hands on nobody like you could in the past.
And my boy T. Carter said he can see Kemba Walker going to the Lakers. Ooh, Kemba Walker to the Lakers? Would y'all ever entertain that? That would be like Kyrie playing with LeBron again.
It'll be showtime.
Somebody going to the Lakers this offseason.
But
somebody big going to the Lakers this offseason.
If he go, who we checking? Kemba going to the Lakers ain't the same as Kyrie.
It'd be like it though, because they both get buckets. That's what I mean.
They get buckets, but Kemba don't have that. If he go play with LeBron, he not gonna have that mentality where I gotta be the man.
Hey, I read something. I read something the other day when Kyrie apologized to LeBron, said, "Don't be surprised if he tried to get back with LeBron before his career over."
No, that's the media. That's the media. Yeah, he don't want to be back with Bron.
You get a lot of clicks with that.
I don't know if he don't want to be back, but I think he was big by coming out. You know what I'm saying? Letting everybody know that he apologized, like for real. I think that was real big of him.
That was dope of him.
You know
I just hate I hate the fake love that the fake respect everybody giving Kyrie now. Like now I can respect Kyrie. The hell with your damn respect. I told people from day one he wanted to be his own man. He didn't want to be a sidekick.
But at the same time, he manned up and he admitted that though. He admitted that exact point. He said he was young and immature, and like a lot of players coming out of college, high picks, they think that they are better than players who have 3-4 years seniority to them, and he admitted that. So
they want to live up to the expectations that we put on them. When you are number one overall pick, we expect you to lead. So Kyrie, if he would have continued to be on the team with LeBron and would have been successful, they would have still said, and a lot of people said it, what was he before LeBron? So that was Kyrie when Kyrie said he wanted to leave, I knew why he wanted to leave. He wanted to show that he can lead an organization because everybody kept saying he won't nothing before LeBron and he ain't going to be nothing without LeBron. And this year, Kyrie is shooting 50% from the field, career high in assists, career high in rebounds. He's doing the damn thing, and nobody's saying nothing. But let him get injured and have to miss 2 or 3 weeks. Oh, I told you. Here we go. I'm just like, keep the same energy. Don't pick and choose when you want to jump on somebody.
I want to make a comment, and I'll let y'all go into the next subject. No. Just when it comes to the Klay and Steph situation. I mean, I understand you talk about off the dribble or when you talk about straight set shot. I mean, to me, shooters are shooters, and Steph is going to go down as the best shooter in NBA history, hands down. Steph.
Oh yeah.
Steph is going to pass. He's going to pass Reggie Miller and Ray Allen within the next 2 years as far as 3-pointers.
Yeah, but we gotta expect records like scoring records and things like that to fall now because the game is totally different. But that doesn't take away that that Steph is already considered the best shooter we've ever seen, just because of his ability to shoot off the dribble.
I mean,
I'm gonna mute you right quick, Gary, because there's a lot of background noise.
So I mean, I think you know what I'm saying, they both great players. I'm not even gonna say Klay's a great. Because Klay is kind of like
he's great in his own right. He's great in his own right. He's a great two-way player.
Right, because his defensive game steps up more than Steph's defensive game or Reggie Miller or Ray Allen. You know what I'm saying? He plays both ends of the court. You know what I'm saying? But
everybody got limitations. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But in the role he plays for his team, I mean, he's no more than a John Paxson.
Go ahead.
He's no more than a John Paxson or a Craig Hodges. You know what I'm saying? But on the offensive end. But he can play defense. Yeah, because I mean he's an all-star, bro. But I mean he's playing again. I look at
I got
who
a question
playing
for you.
with.
I didn't mean to cut you off, JaVale. I got a question. I'm gonna throw this question from Jason. Jason said Klay has carried them in series before. He is more clutch than Steph in the playoffs, and it ain't close.
It's not close. I just saw that. Jason.
That's a great point.
Hey,
playoffs.
How much? Like, okay. Check this out. You being a D1 football player, and you played on a professional levels, and I seen your little man get busy in the flag league. You know what I'm saying, this past year. How much does it factor in that Klay and Steph's fathers both played in the NBA? Because, you know, a lot of NBA players have kids, they have sons, but they don't produce to be on the level as you know what I'm saying? I mean, Klay's dad, I was probably too young to remember. I don't even remember him playing, but I remember Dale Carey with Tech and with the Hornets. And at that time,
I think.
I don't even know, bro. Yeah, but I mean, I know
you.
Dale Curry was the best shooter other than Reggie Miller in the late 80s, early 90s. Like, Dale Curry was legit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know how much genes or them just being around the NFL everyday life, and you know what I'm saying? I think that has something to do with it.
It comes down to the child. Like, if the child immerses themselves into the sport and it's organic, then they'll probably be successful. And it depends on the stature of the father. So somebody like a Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, huge names like that, it's tough on their offspring to really be successful because they're compared to they're the outliers. They're the talents that it's hard to replicate. But with Dale, it's easier to replicate the shooting of Dale just because it's a skill that you could practice on. But with Mike, he was 6'6", 4'3", 40-inch vert. Shaq, 7 feet 1, 200, 300-some pounds strong. It's hard to replicate with Kobe. So when you are skillful, your child can live up to that because you can pass that work ethic down, that mentality down. They can work on that. So I think it's easier in that aspect.
Hey, Hawk.
That's a great question. Go ahead, fam. 266, you off mute, dog.
What up, I say it like this.
What up, babe? Yeah, I can hear you.
I was gonna say when you talk about, like, I guess the shooting, all the other stuff, like, dealing with the players, like, as you said, just to piggyback off of what you said, it's all about hard work,
Yeah.
So, I mean, Steph outworked, Del Curry used to work out with his father. Steph used to work out with Dale all the time.
The brother too.
And then push his game even further,
Mm-hmm.
So he trained, they pretty much did the training together. I mean, if you look at, like, say, like Shaq and his son, I think his son took more of, like, the teaching from Shaq, because Shaq is a great basketball mind, even though he may not be there physically. So it's really about how hard the kid himself wants to work or wants to put that work in. Nowadays we live in an electronic age, so nobody really wants to put in the work as we did in the past when we didn't have nothing to do but work. You know what I'm saying?
That's
that's just what I feel.
No, I agree with that 100%. But at the same time, I'm not even going to say at the same time, Steph really still didn't reach that level of respect until Davidson went on their run. Because I had been following Davidson for years because of my man Puff, you know what I'm saying? And Davidson was, I mean, they always had a hell of a coach, and they always had a team who competed day in and day out regardless of who they played, and they was always that's what Davidson was. They're a 3-point shooting team. They always gonna hit them threes. That's what they do. That's their philosophy. You know what I'm saying? But Steph never was on that level. Virginia Tech didn't even want him after Dale Curry was there. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even want him because that's where he wanted to go.
True.
When you look at a lot of the former players' fathers, they try to make their sons evolve into something that they never could be. So when you look at their games now, like when you look at Shaq's son is doing things that Shaq wasn't doing because the big guys of his size have evolved as far as their skill set. Now, back in Shaq's time, if you were 6'10", you were just a big man. You weren't handling the basketball. You weren't looking to shoot the three, none of those things. But now, because the game has evolved so much, these former players, when they work out with their sons and they get their sons to trainers, they try to get them aspects of the game that they never had themselves. And so that's why you're seeing a lot of that change, especially when it comes to their own kids.
I mean, I think a lot of that contributes to the AAU circuit because the AAU circuit.
I mean, when you go into the AAU world, a lot of these AAU coaches are former players. A lot of former players have their own. A lot of players have their own program. A lot of the coaches were former players.
Right, and I agree. No, I'm not discounting what you're saying. I agree with that because I think to these AAU coaches who want to get these kids on their team, they're telling them that if you come and play for my program, you're not going to be set in stone. Like you said, if you're 6'9", 6'10", you're not gonna be a center. If you can handle the ball, you can play the wing. We're gonna let you be a Kevin Durant. We're gonna let you be a LeBron James.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
The way it is now, the coaches aren't. The parents are making that known. Like, my son's 6'9", you're not putting him in the post.
Yeah.
Parents are taking more control of things than what. I mean, back in the day, a parent would have sat back and let the coach dictate what position the child plays. Not no more. That's not happening no more. But
you still. I mean, that could work on the AAU circuit, and this is a problem that I have. I have family. I have good friends that coach high school and D1. I'm not D1, but D2, D3 basketball. And what you have is parents try to take too much control. Like you have parents who want to dictate. And parents don't know how to differentiate between the AAU circuit and then when it comes to prep ball or when it comes to high school ball. You know what I'm saying? Because parents get. I mean,
it's two sides of that, because you can have a kid who has size and he has a skill set, but because of who he plays with in high school, he might play with some other guys who got that skill set too. And his high school coach, because of his size, hey, we're gonna put him down low because of his size. Whereas for this same kid who plays down low with his high school team, he might be the two guard on his AAU team. You know what I mean? Right. So therefore, which one is the better situation? Which one is more beneficial for him to move on to the next level? And that's when that's where conflict comes in. Because, you know what I'm saying, I know a whole lot of high school coaches, they kind of old school minded. Like, if you 6'1", you're going into the post. I don't believe in that.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
you remember back in the day, Beam, in our area, if you were 6'1" or 6'2", what position was you playing?
Oh, you playing center. You playing power forward.
You playing center. Yep, playing center.
You know what I'm saying? I went to a high school game the other week, and a guy wanted to get into an argument with me because he said they need to put the big man back in the game. I said, where's the big man at? He said, he right there. I said, that kid is 6'2". He said, that's a big man. I said, no, that's not a big man. But now, because, you know what I'm saying, during my time, you had, a lot of us didn't play AAU. So you got guys who coming up 6'2" and 6'3", who really believe that they are big men who trying to play with their back to the basket. Now, when their high school career is up and it's time to be recruited and move on to the next level, all these guys get recruited as big men. No. Do the high school coaches step in and take the accountability for not developing these players into the positions they need to be in?
Absolutely not.
Or is it the AAU coach?
That's the AAU coach, because I think the high school coaches are more so focused on wins and losses. I mean, they got a job they got to do.
I'm gonna tell you this because I coached AAU for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I find a kid at 6 years old, bring him up and develop him. Now, when this kid hits the 9th grade, the varsity coach wants to start this kid on varsity. And the first thing they tell me to do is, well, we want you to get out the way now. So if I step out the way and let you have this kid for the next 4 years, is it my fault or is it the high school coach's fault?
That's a great question.
That's a good question.
That's just like I had another high school coach tell me he hates AAU. Well, my question to him was, why do you keep selecting AAU players on your basketball team? Because when I look at your roster, from the first slot to the 12th slot are all AAU players.
Damn.
I mean, but a lot of times it depends on your county or your territory. So you want your best athletes or your best players. So regardless if they play AAU or not, but a lot of high school coaches do not. A lot of high school coaches do not like the AAU circuit at all. A lot of them don't.
Well, because, you know what I'm saying, like, they have their own personal teachers. But for me now, this is just me speaking from a basketball perspective. If you are a high school coach and you are not putting players into college, you have no right to have a say-so. If you are not developing players and moving them on to the next level, you have no right to say so.
And that goes back to what you kind of saying, JaVale. Like a lot of, and I see this in football. A lot of coaches in majority of areas, it's some special areas, but they run these offenses that dominate high school, but they don't develop the position. Like a kid could be dominating that quarterback, but we all know he ain't gonna be a quarterback on the next level.
Right.
So what good does that do that individual? It's doing the coach great, but that kid is limited to where he can go because he's thinking, I'm a quarterback.
Yeah.
And it's almost, you see that basketball was saying, it's like they put these kids in certain spots where they can dominate, but are they truly I get it. You want them to dominate, but are you developing them one-on-one to let them know, yeah, you can be in a position here, but let's expand your game because on the next level, you're not going to play right here. You got to be able to play out there.
I've coached youth football and basketball and AAU basketball and ref for the past 15 years since I got out of college, and not so much in basketball, but definitely in football. I'll see the biggest kid, instead of him being on the line where you can kind of like project where he's going to be in high school and college, these coaches will put him in the backfield because nobody can tackle his ass.
It's hard to tackle him, yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
What is that doing for the child? Yeah, he's dominant. He's scoring 3 touchdowns a game, and nobody can tackle him. But when you get to high school and project it on the next level, you're not going to be in the backfield, son. So
the parent wondering why he's not getting recruited.
Yeah,
I have this question. Now, if I've been working with this kid since he was 8 years old, all the way up through his 8th grade year, and you as a high school coach, you've never seen him play. Only thing you know, if you've heard about him that this kid can play. Now, once he gets into your system, you're like, well, I want to put him here. Now, this basketball. Now, I don't do football. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then this kid wants to leave. This kid wants to leave you and transfer. Is that really his fault?
I mean, I see your point.
What you saying, Beam, is what I think a lot of high school coaches fail to do, and that's where egos come into play. If I'm a basketball coach, right, and I'm watching kids in AAU, and like you just said, I know a story of training this kid since he was young, and he's on my team. You are my resource. You're the one I'm tapping into. What does he do well? And I feel like a lot of these coaches always feel like they got a better idea for their program instead of make the kid your priority, because I guarantee if you make the kid your priority, your program will actually benefit more than what you think, because not only will this kid become better, you'll probably still win, and now you're going to have a pipeline because of that kid. Now you're going to have recruiters when they see that kid, and he has a resource in you also. So it's pipelines both ways coming to him.
Now, you know what I'm saying? Because see, here's the main thing. Like, you know, high school coaches say they hate AAU. You know, a lot of them say that. But when you look at it, like in our area, you know, from the 757, when you look at these college coaches, who do they recruit from more, the high school coaches, or do they go to Boo?
Go to Boo.
They go to the Boo Williams joint.
Yeah, exactly.
And I agree with that 100%, but I also feel that it depends on your area, because prime example, my cousin plays on one of Boo Williams' teams, and he's from here in Culpeper. Okay. So when you go and Culpeper only has 2 high schools. We have like 60, 70,000 people, but it's not a metropolis area. We have 2 high schools. So when you go to 757, you guys have multiple high schools. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a totally different dynamic. You know what I'm saying? But what goes on here, like the high school coach at one of the schools here, Eastern View, his son is 10 years old. So this high school coach, he's the varsity head coach. He's also the JV head coach, and he coaches his son's little league team. So his system that he has run, and he was my high school coach. He was my assistant coach when I was in high school, and I graduated 20 years ago. He's been running his same offensive scheme for the past 25 years, and he does the same thing. You know, he regardless of what talent he has, he puts a player where he wants him to be, regardless of what he's going to project at the next level. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the problem that I have. So his mindset, he wants himself to look good. He wins the district every year. They go to the playoffs every year. You know what I'm saying? But what does that do for the kid on the next level? It doesn't do anything for him, because most kids don't go. Well, he has put 10 to 12 kids over the past 3 or 4 years, you know, even one at UVA last year. And this kid last year, hadn't played football since he was in 6th grade.
Ow.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying D1. Okay. How about this? Well, he's put kids at Tech as well. He's put kids at Purdue. I'm not just saying. I'm just saying UVA is just. I'm D1. I don't mean.
You got to finish, JaVale. I got you. Okay.
JaVale, don't let him move you up.
I'm just saying. So But I was getting back to my man's point. And a lot of times you feel, hey, Hawk, what's your man from the 757? I missed his name. I'm sorry. What's his name?
It's Darian and Bean, both of them right now. They're from the 757.
Okay. So Bean, check this out. So check this out. 20 years ago, right? 20 years ago when I was in high school.
A friend of mine.
You know,
that's me.
We look when it comes to areas, like people don't look at certain areas. You know, and a couple of us are like kind of in the middle. Like we are 45 minutes from Charlottesville, we're an hour away from D.C., so we're kind of in the middle. But for like 15 years, we had the top two football program in the whole state of Virginia. And Virginia, no, I'm talking about. I didn't say talent. I'm talking about team wise, because we only had one high school for a long time. We just got a second high school maybe 10 years ago now. But my point is, when we would go certain places in the playoffs, people would laugh at us. You know what I'm saying? Like we went down to Hampton.
What jerseys y'all have on? Why they laughing at y'all? Y'all have some bum jerseys on? Y'all look like some bums?
Because it was more white boys than black boys. That's where it came from.
Yeah, y'all look like
some
bums.
You know what I'm saying? So we went down to Hampton in '99, and like we got clowned, and we ended up beating them and winning the state. When they had better talent. They had better. No, I'm just saying they had better talent. They had better players. Elton Brown, Marcus Hagens.
And
we
football,
went down there
I remember that we missed the field goal. Okay, can we move on? Why you gotta do this?
Okay.
No.
Let me.
So the same thing. What I'm saying is the same thing happened this year. We went down and played Lake Taylor. The same exact thing. They laughing, joking, who. But
hey, somebody cut him off, please.
Let's be in the parent.
Coaches and scouts.
Let's be in the parent shoes. Let's be in the parent shoes, okay?
Okay.
How many? Because is every high school coach a good coach?
No.
It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot of bad high school coaches out there. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes your kid end up playing for one of these bad high school coaches because of where you live. Now, you know what I mean? Like as a parent, are you gonna do what's best for your kid, or are you gonna do what's best for this high school coach?
But you can't.
Because
can't
you know what I'm saying. Like,
you're not going. You can't pick up and move all the time. Like it's just not feasible. It's not feasible.
That's the way of the world now. That's what they doing.
But again,
because you know what I'm saying. Because one thing for sure. Let's be clear. Let's be clear about something. You have a kid has a 4-year window to do what he needs to do. A bad high school coach will be at that school as long as he wants to.
Because he's a teacher there.
If he's a teacher, or he's winning.
So now, you know, regardless of winning or losing, he's going to be there.
Yeah.
If your kid is unhappy playing for this person and you see no future in it, why would you keep him there? Because of the loyalty aspect. Hey, man, you know.
But do you pick up and move just because everybody's child isn't going D1? Everybody's child isn't going.
No, everybody's kid is not going D1. But at the same time, if your child chooses to do an extracurricular activity, why are you going to keep him in a situation where he's miserable?
And again, it's different the where you live at, because you have some schools, as in the 757 and the Hampton, Tidewater, Virginia Beach area, where you can say, hey, we're going to go to Phoebus instead of going to Hampton or Northam.
Around here,
but you can't do that
around here. That's not the way around here now, because you got a lot of players now, like especially basketball. Hey, I'm going to private school. I'm going to prep school.
Yeah, that's true too.
But
I'm not staying around here. I'm gonna go get me some better competition. I'm gonna get some better competition and get myself a better opportunity.
That's a good point.
I agree. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, at the end of the day, you might have 2 high schools where you from, yes, but there's some other schools around there now.
I mean, but I've had family and friends.
Would you? You got a son?
Yeah, I got a son.
Would you let your son play for your old high school coach right now?
Well, my old high school coach. My old high school coach is retired, but his son is actually the coach with my best friend at the newest high school in the area.
Would you let your son play for him?
Yeah.
You saying that because you up here? Your voice don't give it. When you answer that question, don't sound like.
No, he had.
I'm gonna let you know right now. I would not let my son.
He's had 3 D1 players over the past 3 years. So I mean, if my son is on that level, yeah. I got my
now let me ask you a question. Did he develop them?
Huh?
Did he develop them or did they come ready made?
No. He developed them. He's been their coach since their freshman year of high school.
Okay.
All right.
So you got to go.
Referring to basketball or football? Because I think football is a little different. Just saying, when it comes to that.
Oh yeah.
Because especially when it comes. Go ahead. I was gonna say, especially when it comes to 757, because you got these big. Well, 757 is the main two. We have Phoebus and Hampton, who have this tradition set that everybody wants to go to that school, but not everybody's going to be able to get in because they're not stationed in that area. Right. And then while you have this tradition where they actually building up these players, going all the way from when they were what's one of those like I think
Tornadoes, Aberdeen, White
Tornadoes, yeah.
So do you guys do it in the 757 kind of like where, as I was speaking of high school coaches here have their kids play from youth sports, like you have travel teams or youth sports teams where those kids are still going to play together when they get to high school?
Yeah, football or basketball?
Yeah.
Football or both.
Well, I could speak for myself. And Bean would tell you, me and Bean were neighbors when we were kids. I grew up in Newport News, and I went to Hampton because of what Darian said. I understood that my best chance of going to college was going to a Hampton school and going to Hampton. So I moved.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can attest to that. He grew up in Newport News. He always played football in Newport News.
Virginia Beach. Do go to Hampton.
But Mike Smith, like we know about Mike Smith up here. Like Mike Smith is a legendary high school coach. Like so you guys were there, and I still know who Mike Smith is, being here in Northern Virginia. So you know what I'm saying? It's different. Like Hampton was it. Like everybody knows Ronald Carey. Everybody knows Michael Vick. Everybody knows Bobby Blizzard. We know that. Everybody knows Ahmad Hawkins. Like what the fuck?
What I'm saying to you is, even though I went to Hampton, I'm bad news bred. Like my sport acumen and my sports skills were Harvard and Newport News. Like Hampton got a product that was finished, that was trained from Newport News. Like even when I went to Hampton in the summers, I still came back to Booker T. Washington, played pickup basketball. Like any chance I got, I went back to,
it goes back to Ahmad doing what was best for him. His parents did what was best for him.
Yeah.
We're gonna put him in a best situation.
And that's a good.
And
that's
Ronald
a
was
good
the
thing
same
you brought
way.
up. Right, but what you just brought up, where you say you would go this place and you go to that place, being from here in Northern Virginia, like you saying you going from Newport News to Hampton or whatever, that's like us saying we're going from Culpeper to Charlottesville or Culpeper to Manassas and D.C.
Yeah,
like everything here is spread out and compared to compact to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's a different world. You know what I'm saying? It's a totally different world.
My son plays in Northern Virginia. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say the school or the area, but you know what I'm saying? Do I like his high school or his high school coach? No, I do not. You know what I'm saying? Did I call his high school coach on the phone and everything? Yes, I did. And I asked him one question: what kind of plans do you have for my son? Because you know what I'm saying? Like he had it in his mind. He had an old school tradition. Hey, I have a senior. I'm gonna play this senior. And I said and told him, if you expect for me to let my son waste a year sitting on the bench while you cater to a senior who he's clearly better than, then we have a problem. Now, if the kid is better,
you were paying out of pocket for this?
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I ain't paying out no pocket. But my thing is this: I can bring him home.
I mean, But that's my thing. So when you I understand that. But if your kid goes to college, if your kid goes to college, he's on scholarship.
It ain't about what you're paying for. It ain't about what you're paying for now. It's about putting your talent on, put your best talent out there.
I got a question for you, Bill. Hold on, let me ask you a question, Bill.
I'm listening.
Where Allen Iverson? What high school did Allen Iverson go to?
Iverson went to Bethel.
Where is he from?
He's from Newport News.
The reason why I say that because it took Allen Iverson and then my cousin Sean Hamlet. Well, my cousin Sean is older, but the reason why I switched because I saw examples first. So I think if a kid see a successful example first, then they will follow suit and mimic that positive transition. That's why you see kids switching now. It's not about not getting their way. It's just they see other people make changes for the better, and they feel like they can do the same. So I think that's what we're in. Kids and parents are understanding that there are no limits if you truly want to reach your destination. You may do some things that other people are not going to like, but you got to bet on yourself. It's no different than a college player transferring. You got to bet on yourself. It's not going to be popular, but you control how you get to your goal. Like at the end of the day, you can't have no regrets.
Yeah, I agree. I respect that. I just think it's easier for some kids or some parents, depending on your area. If you want to say, well, I don't want to deal with that coach. You know what I'm saying?
You want to know what the funny thing was about that conversation with my son's coach?
What's that?
Because, you know what I'm saying, like he had no real comeback for the questions I was asking her when it pertained to my son. Okay?
Uh-huh.
So I asked him, I said, don't your son play at such and such a college? He said, yeah. I said, well, his college coach is my brother's former roommate and college teammate. And I started laughing.
What?
Yeah.
Dad.
I told him, so you be surprised at who I know.
Exactly.
What grade is your son in now, my man?
He's a junior right now.
Okay.
But see, for me, you know what I'm saying? For me,
he's a Wahoo now also, JaVale. He's a Wahoo. Beam's a Wahoo right now, so.
Okay. Okay. Well, shit. That made me a whole lot better, bro. Hey, D, stop. Hey, stop.
What?
Hey, stop.
Academically.
Like her fam. Hey, Wahoo just like fam right here. So, hey, you Wahoo right now.
Hey, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Hey,
Wahoo academically.
Yeah, no, I'm Wahoo for life, man. My little cousin just graduated staff last year.
I like Duke.
I was joking yesterday. But is it Duke or North Carolina? Which one do you like?
Oh, no, neither of them. I like Florida.
You like Florida?
Florida.
Oh, my fault, dog. I kept thinking you like Duke and it was Shake who like.
I mean, I like. Don't get me wrong. I like Zion. I like the young kids that got at Duke.
Hey, 40 in the building.
All right, so. So where does Zion go? Where Zion, RJ Barrett? Where do they go? Once they leave Duke, where do they land?
I hope they don't need them to go to Cleveland. I'll tell you that.
They're not going to Cleveland.
I hope I'm about to say the Giants. I hope the Knicks somehow sneak up there. So I think that'll be a perfect place for RJ Barrett or Zion. I think they probably want more of a Zion. And I think Phoenix. I think Phoenix will be the other place for either RJ Barrett or Zion to go to.
Zion is a modern day Charles Barkley to me.
Well, the makeup of the NBA right now, they have to rebuild the Bulls and the Knicks. So they have to rebuild the Bulls and the Knicks. When you look at all the other major markets, they were all bad 5-6 years ago. So now they have to rebuild.
If you say that, are you a believer of the first year of the lottery when Ewing went to the Knicks?
I'm gonna tell you like this. At one point in time, the lottery balls were on display. Where they did it out in the open for the fans to see.
Yeah.
Right.
Now they do it in the back.
Like,
and
we just got to believe what they say, right?
Yeah, you got to believe what they say. Now, you know what I'm saying? You think it's by coincidence? Now, outside of last year, but outside of the last draft, but the year before that and the year before that, you don't think it's a coincidence that the top 4 picks were the exact same 2 years in a row?
Yeah, that's true.
You had Philly number 1, the Lakers number 2, Boston at 3, and Phoenix at 4. All those 4 right there are what? Some of the bigger markets.
Other than Phoenix, all 3 of those are top 3 or 4 markets.
I think Phoenix is a reasonable market, though. It's not like they never been.
It's a very reasonable market.
But Phoenix ain't like that. Not when it comes to the major markets. That Phoenix is not like that. Not at all. The Suns are not the Lakers or the Knicks or the Celtics. Now I don't even think it's close. I don't even think it's close.
No, it's not close, but they're not the Charlotte Hornets or the Washington Wizards.
Nope. Washington. Hold on. Washington is a much bigger market. Washington is a much bigger market than Phoenix, Arizona, bro. I'm just saying.
Man, Washington can't pay nobody else. They can't pay nobody else.
We're talking about market-wise.
Exactly. I mean, okay. I'm for real. Let's be real. What major free agent has said, "Yeah, I'm going to Washington"?
We're not talking about free agent.
What does that even mean?
Money-wise, the Wizards are worth.
Kevin Durant don't want to go to Washington. He's from there.
The Wizards are worth more than the Suns are, and their market is bigger. What do you mean? They are. When it comes to revenue, when it comes to money, the Wizards, DC is the top 4 market in the country, other than New York, LA, and Chicago.
Yeah, DC is not one of the top 4 markets in the NBA. The number 1 market is the Knicks, then it's the Lakers, then it's the Sixers, then it's Chicago, and then it's
Philly is not a bigger market than DC, bro.
Yes, it
Philly
is.
Yeah, it is.
When it comes to the NBA, yes, it is.
I'm talking about if you want to put just solely on sports. I'm talking on one sport. I'm talking about overall. Philly is not a big market than DC.
We are talking basketball.
But DC is different because DC has Maryland and Virginia to go with it. That changes the dynamic. So it's like
I tell you what,
it's 3 states in one.
You sitting in front of the computer, right?
You know it.
Okay.
Oh man.
You know it. Nose done. What do you want me to look at, dog? What do you want me to pull up, dog? Biggest
top 10
NBA
top
market.
10. Just look at the top 10.
All right, I got you.
Oh, speaking of, while we're waiting on that, I'm sick and tired of the Russell Westbrook slander on this podcast. Like, how, JaVale? Why when we talk about super teams, you always got to bring up the Thunder? Do you know the Thunder, when Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and Harden probably wouldn't have worked because they're all 3 of them are isolation players? You ever think about that? You ever think about Harden being the player that
all right,
he was?
Here we go.
Go ahead.
I got the market size.
I got some smoke for you in a minute. Go ahead, Hawk.
So this is as of a couple months ago. NBA media market size rankings 2018. Number 1, New York Knicks / Brooklyn Nets. 3 and 4, Lakers and Clippers. 5, Bulls. 6, Toronto. 7, 76ers. 8, Mavericks, and 9, Wizards. That's from like a couple months ago.
Oh, so it's basically the same. Okay, I was wrong, but it's basically the same, right? You give me that?
What's basically the same?
You said top 5. You over here sound like Social Boy now. A million is a million, right?
But you thought Philly was a lot higher than they were as well, right?
He said Philly was in the top 5.
I just felt that I thought the Wizards was a bigger market.
I mean, but what major free agents do they get?
But it's not about what major free agents do the Sixers get? The Sixers have drafted all their players. They don't get free agents. Jimmy Butler was traded. They don't attract free agents. So that's
just like major free agents aren't even traded to Washington.
again, you asked me a question, I answered you. Don't change the narrative because
I'm not changing the narrative.
I got a question that both of y'all going to enjoy because both of y'all are in an argumentative mood. DeAndre Hunter, Zion Williamson, who would be the better NBA player?
Zion.
Oh my gracious!
Woo! I got one. Thank you, Jason.
Oh my gracious! I'm not even gonna answer that, bruh. Because you know what? When I just looked up right now, I got my laptop in front of me, Hawk. While you was doing your thing, I looked up at the mock draft, and they got our boy Dre going to the Lakers with LeBron.
Answer the question. Stop deflecting.
I'm not going. I can't say that, man. I can't say that, man.
They say he's gonna be baby Kawhi. That's what Jason said. Jason bringing that smoke.
Hey,
he like damn soldier boy right now.
Baby Kawhi, I like that. Jason is Jason a Wahoo, cuz?
Yep.
Okay, all right. I ride with you, Jason. But hey, I don't know. I mean, I like Zion, man, and his reaction and his like he knows when balls are not going in. Like his second jump is quicker than anybody else I've seen. That's why I say he's a Charles Barkley, man, because I think Charles Barkley was really underrated, man. Charles Barkley was an undersized power forward who could jump, he could move, he could get up and down the court. Like
you said underrated.
Charles Barkley underrated. I think so. Yes.
I don't think he's underrated.
I was a guy who was on the Dream Team. I was a guy who was on the Dream Team and the first ballot Hall of Famer, underrated, and an MVP.
I think he's underrated because
I mean, I can see if you said Rod Strickland or somebody, but you said Charles Barkley underrated.
Hey,
yeah.
Hold on, Javale, before you finish your thought. Bean, I don't know if you remember, was it last year where Shea was trying to say that Draymond Green was better than Charles Barkley?
That was last year.
And he ain't been back since. He ain't been back since. Go ahead, Javale. Go ahead, finish your thought, Javale.
No. I just think Charles Barkley's underrated, man. I mean, I think basically because when it comes down to the greatest players, like we talked about yesterday, I don't know if all you guys on the phone yesterday, it comes down to rings. But I think Charles Barkley's underrated, man.
I think Charles Barkley's overlooked. I don't think he's overrated. I think he gets looked past. I'm not gonna say he's underrated because his career has been, other than him not winning a championship, he's had a pretty good career. I mean, to be honest, he probably could have been better if he had stayed in shape the whole time. But
Mike,
that's what Charles liked to eat.
Yeah, Mike. That's what it was, Hawk. Mike did everybody, whether it was him, whether it was Malone and Stockton, or you know what I'm saying.
Twice.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Mike, Patrick Ewing in the Knicks, because the Knicks had solid teams.
Pat.
You know what I'm saying. That Mike done it into a lot of people. You know what I'm saying. But the thing about
one of those playoff games, it was Pat's fault. But go ahead.
Somebody brought up the Dream Team. Everybody who should have been on the Dream Team was on the Dream Team other than Isaiah, and that was because of Mike.
Yeah.
Everybody else was Isaiah was the only person who should have been on the team who wasn't.
Hey, but so look, I need to ask two quick football questions before we end, and it's the same. They're gonna go together. So, with the NFL playoffs, do you feel like first of all, do you feel like sports are rigged, and do you feel like the overtime rules should be changed? They go together because everybody thinks sports is rigged, and now they want to see if they could change the overtime rules because Brady and them scored on their first drive. That's the only reason why people are doing it.
I think that's the only reason people saying that because they hate Tom Brady so much that, hey, we need to change this because Tom Brady keep winning. Huh?
Why do we as a country hate when somebody consistently great, but until that's what we strive to be? Don't we always want superstars or a team to be consistently great, but then we want parity once they show you they can be consistently great?
Tom Brady's different though, because you got to remember the whole Patriots thing about the whole cheating incident. You know what I'm saying?
No,
that hung over his head for a while. I think he fought his way out of that stigma, but for a while, nobody was going to give Tom Brady credit because of the fact of, hey, you guys were cheating. Y'all know all the defensive plays. Y'all knew all the
Tony
offensive
Romo.
plays. Yeah,
they know
you know
all
what I'm saying? So did anybody
think that? And I'm just using this for speculation, but did anybody think that the Yankees were fixing games, or baseball is fixing games with the Yankees, with Babe Ruth, or the Bulls, and the NBA? I mean, I don't feel that narrative, because we've always had great players. Every generation has a generational player, and that player makes his team that much better because he is a generational player.
I don't know.
The thing with the Patriots is it's different because they not only have a player, but they have the same coach, and they've done this together. All that shit is garbage, man. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick have a system. I'm sorry?
So it's not rigged for them.
No, man. They good at what they do, man. They are generational.
I do think they get away with a lot of calls at home, which is why they don't lose at home. But other than that, I'm not going to take away from Tom Brady. So
if you're a Vikings fan, right?
Yeah.
You're a Vikings fan, right? And you say that Tom Brady and Bill Belichick get a lot of calls at home that most teams don't get. But if I was to say that last week we got some calls that were bad calls when it comes to Coach K in the Virginia Duke game, you would say, "Oh, you're just a homer. You're just mad." Like, that happens. Like, if people, whether it's the refs, whether it's the media, if your coach is a high-profile name, you're gonna get certain calls. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. And that happens every game. The higher-profile quarterback in football, the higher-profile coach in football or basketball, especially if they're at home, they're going to get calls that the visiting team or the lower-profile coach doesn't get. That happens.
Okay, JaVale, explain the flopping phenomenon that LeBron started.
The flopping?
Yeah.
He gets it. I mean, and the NBA is the worst league. The higher profile players get calls that everybody else doesn't.
The NBA rigged.
I mean, James Harden gets officiated totally different than LeBron.
I didn't say it's rigged. I didn't say it's rigged. But yeah, look, James Harden flops a lot. LeBron flops. They flop a lot.
Isn't that an art though? Shouldn't we applaud them for the art of knowing how to flop?
I think basketball is a little different. Basketball is different.
A lot of Bebop got that trophy.
Didn't Kobe flop too?
A lot of Bebop flop back.
They did.
It's different because if you look at superstars, if you look at superstars in basketball, they come at every position. Whether it's the 1 through the 5. You know what I'm saying? They're different superstars. But the NFL, it's mostly the quarterbacks. Quarterbacks get so much more lenience and they're watched so much more. They don't even have to be fouled, and they're still fouled.
Tell them why that is, Bean. Tell them why that is.
Because he got the ball.
They the face.
Right.
Quarterback are the face.
Everybody's going to watch who has the ball.
That's what I'm saying. So the NBA, it's passed around, and that's my point. It's a different position on every team in the NBA. With the NFL, the quarterback is the only person who gets the ball every play.
But I think it's a common thing. It stays to what you're saying, though, JaVale. You made a great point. In basketball, it's going to rotate, but it still falls onto the guy who has the ball the most, who probably gets the balls for their team. So it's still the domination of the basketball. They will generally get that that look at what you're talking about. So yeah, that's a great point.
Nobody really brought it up about Sunday's game.
Well,
but that call against Tom Brady, that was not
back in the face.
He didn't even touch his face mask.
Yeah.
Now that's one thing about basketball though. Let's look at Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman didn't want the ball. He went and got the ball, and he was still a star. He made his name. He came out and said, "You know what? I'm just going to rebound the basketball," and he made himself a star by doing that.
Thank God, Draymond Green. There was Rodman before him.
Hey, that's what. Hey, I said it earlier, man. Draymond is the 2019 Dennis Rodman. That's what he is.
No, he's not. He don't average enough rebounds to be Dennis Rodman.
No, I'm just saying he like the person. He just trying to do something that nobody else want to do. But yeah, he not special like Rodman. Like Rodman is his own entity though. That rebound.
We seen Rodman guard Shaq. We seen Rodman guard Shaq. We would, man. Look, I would have loved to see Draymond try to guard Shaq. If you think Mutombo got a beating on the block.
Hey, but my boy Charles slammed Shaq though. Give Chuck some credit.
I got a question. For y'all. Jason to turn to Soldier Boy again. He said, "Are there more true franchise quarterbacks or true NBA superstars?"
Ooh.
I think it's more true NBA superstars than franchise quarterbacks.
I think I agree with that too. There's not too many franchise teams.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like with basketball, it all depends on your personal play. You can be a star just off. You can be on a bad team and still be a star. Whereas you could be a great quarterback, but if you're on a bad team, there's nothing you can do about that. They just gonna make you look bad.
Yeah, I could
be a great quarterback, but if I have no line or if I have no receivers to throw it to, if I have no running game, it's going to impact my personal game.
I think we've
seen LeBron on bad teams carry a team to the finals.
Yeah.
We see Allen Iverson carry a team to the finals.
Because my man on the Hornets is a superstar.
Who, Kemba?
Kemba Walker?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
But, what do you think is holding Kemba back?
That market?
His team.
The market.
Yeah.
The market? Even though Mike is the owner,
yeah,
that
Mike is Mike is there though, and Mike is probably the most on hands owner. He's on the sideline damn near every night, like at the end of the bench. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He's the most visible one. He probably whole interview just like Jerry did.
Right.
Yeah, I think Mark Cuban, the most visible one out of all of them. He even goes to the road game.
You're exactly right. Thank you, Bean, for correcting it. It's Mark Cuban by far, because he definitely hold interviews.
Hey, Hulk, did you ask my question?
Hey, Hulk.
Do you think that's a bad thing, Hulk? Do you think that's a bad thing?
About Brady and LeBron, did you ask that question?
No, go ahead and ask that on the air.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, my question is, why do people hate when Brady gets to the Super Bowl, but they love when LeBron continuously go to the finals?
Who said that? Who said they love when LeBron going to the finals?
Oh,
hey, I'm just saying, like, I mean, you know, people have no problem with LeBron continuously going to the finals because they want to see him win.
I think people do have a problem with seeing him going to the finals.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to Brady, people, oh, man, I don't want to watch the same Super Bowl over and over again. I'm tired of New England constantly going to the Super Bowl. I mean, so if that's the case, then what does that say about the AFC? If one organization has been to the Super Bowl 9 times in the last, going on 18 years?
Yeah. That means he need to move.
One organization has been in the AFC Championship game 13 times since 2001.
Yeah.
And I used to be on the kick where it's the AFC East. They got the weakest division, but
now when everybody said, when LeBron continuously went to the finals in the East, what did everybody say?
East is weak.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But if you got an organization who's been to the AFC Championship 13 times in the last 18 years,
I think the only caveat that you could have for that is
in a much harder sport to make it at that.
But football, that's what I'm saying. I think football, just because your point is valid, because in basketball you play so many more games, but football you only play 16 regular season games, and you're playing.
But also with football, it's it's one shot deal. In basketball, you can lose a game on a bad call and come back and play again.
You're playing 3 teams 6 times
going on right now. Jason said Bron is compared to NJ. Who is Brady compared to? Brady is the ball. I'm not even going to entertain that because Brady's not the GOAT to me. And he really trying to get a reaction out of me with that because Brady ain't the damn ball. Montana is the ball. Like,
yeah, I had that conversation today. Me and you talked about that. I had a conversation with somebody else.
Montana's still the ball. I love Brady. I just call him the greatest of his era. I mean, that's just what it is. Because in football, it's hard for me to say who the GOAT of a position is because there's so many moving parts. To me, Brady is Emmitt Smith. He got so many great moving parts around him that he's more successful. But nobody going to say with a straight face that Barry isn't better than Emmitt. Because
why when I made that same point yesterday about Troy Aikman, I was laughed at and I was told I was crazy.
Because we can see that Tony Romo is actually better than Troy, though. You can see that.
Well, the narrative I got hit with was the person told me Montana is still the greatest because Montana threw touchdown passes on the game-winning drives in the Super Bowl. As for with Tom Brady, the field goal kicker bailed him out to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I ain't going to go that route. I mean, you win any means necessary. I mean,
yeah, I heard this morning that the reason why Tom Brady is a great because he started more Super Bowls than any other quarterback. That was what I heard this morning.
Hey, Yo, I got one good basketball question for you. So, real quick, what do you think about the whole Dennis Smith situation and how he's being treated by Mavs?
That's
now
Bean
we got
do
the Luka Doncic.
That's a great question.
That's Bean.
Ever since your boy been hurt, they forgot about how good Dennis was.
Well, it's a little deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing is, Dennis and Rick Carlisle is top of the problem.
What's up with that? But, I just want somebody else's opinion on it. I have my opinion.
Don't worry, you got the right. You asked the right question with the right guy on the line.
Dennis and Rick Carlisle, they bumping heads. You know what I'm saying? Because Rick is starting to feel like Dennis don't want to be coached because Dennis has always had his way. He always been an athletic guy where everybody more so catered to him. But in the NBA, you know what I'm saying, Dennis got to be able to knock down that jump shot. And that knuckleball jump shot he's shooting ain't falling. Now you bring in this 19-year-old who's 6'6", who's running the team better than Dennis, who's shooting the ball better than Dennis, and who's performing better in clutch moments than Dennis. So now, you know what I'm saying, like, and Dennis is my guy. But I've always asked the question. He's great above the rim. But below the rim, does he impress you as much below the rim as he does above the rim?
Here's my question to that. Remember we were just talking about how you get brung up at AAU and all those other schools coming up?
Right.
Luka has a head start because they're bred differently in Europe. So
that's not Rick Carlisle's fault. That's not Rick Carlisle's fault.
Let me finish.
No, he ain't saying that, but let him finish. Go ahead.
How much stock do we put in I'll say the old days, how much stock do we put in maturing your game? Like, are we not allowed we got to come in hot now? We don't have time to mature our game and get better as it goes along?
Well,
it's only like the second season.
This kid, he's had great training, but the thing is how you're being trained.
Even Steph Curry.
The European guys, let's face it, they're not as athletic as we are. So therefore, their games are going to be focused more in certain areas than where we focus at. Even myself, when I started dunking the basketball, I think I worked more on dunking than other aspects of my game than when I first started doing it. Because, you know what I'm saying, that's the highlight play. As for with them, you know what I mean, like it's a little bit more, it's more about the skill set. That's why you see it trickle down to their big men. The game is more European now. And, of course, we all know Mark Cuban loves the European players.
Yep.
Euro step. We even got a damn play for the European players. Euro step. I mean,
exactly.
It's a different ball game, man. And I like Dennis Smith, and I loved him when he was at State and all that. But this young boy coming in, and he balling, bruh. He the rookie of the year. He's the rookie of the year.
Though. I think it's too early to pull the plug on Dennis. Even though, like, how long I've been saying that Dallas will trade Dennis?
All year. Since Duka got there.
I've been saying it all year. But I think they did it more to scare Dennis now. I think they did it more to scare him, to make him wake up and to make him focus more on his game and play hard.
And you want to know
when you a GM or owner, you don't have favorites. You don't care if you drafted this guy in the first round 2-3 years ago. When you got this young bull right now, you drafted, and he was outperforming him. You don't care. Mark Cuban doesn't care about that.
And he's just in his second year. He just turned 21 years old.
Again, you're trying to make excuses. That don't matter.
That
boy 18, 19. So he 2 years younger. He's only 19 right now.
For a long time. He's been
a pro longer than Dennis.
Hey,
he's been playing pro basketball a whole lot longer than what Dennis has.
Pro overseas is comparable to D1 basketball in the ACC.
No, it's not. 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 Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, it's not.
Don't do that. No, it's not, dog. You'd be surprised. It's not.
Most of our players at UVA, most of our players are overseas who started at UVA who are prominent players overseas right now.
Yeah, but
I'm not going to say most of them. I'm not going to say most of them, but a lot of them
are they playing in? You do know it's tiers. What tier leagues are they playing in?
I know
they're not playing in the top tier league. Luka was in the top tier. He's in the top tier league winning MVP.
Just like soccer, I understand. I got you, Ho. I got you. Hey, I'm a fan, man.
They got
stop coming
they
at
got
me
a
like
legit
that,
training system over there, fam. Like Luka, when he stepped on the NBA court, he was pro ready. Like the transition was seamless, bro.
He played in the second hardest league in the world behind the NBA.
Yeah, he's legit, bro. Because it took me time to really believe in the hype until I researched and started watching some of his old games. I was just like, damn, he actually legit. Because remember, I was hating on him on the draft. I was like, man, he gonna be a bust. He was
in the league that Ginobili came from.
I mean, but would you trade Dennis?
I wouldn't right now.
Right, I mean, I wouldn't right now. You know what I'm
saying? If you had those two, who would you want to keep, and who could you get the most for? Dennis have to go. But now,
as a GM, if you're a GM, do you pull the plug on your decision after 1 year? Because remember now, you're the one that decided, hey man, we're gonna get this guy.
I mean, I can't answer that. I'll let Hulk or somebody else answer that because I'm biased when it comes to Rick Carlisle, just because. You know what I'm saying? So
this ain't about Rick Carlisle, because Rick Carlisle, you know what I'm saying, it's about the GM. If you the GM of the basketball team.
But Rick Carlisle's a head coach, so the GM made.
But the GM fixed the team.
So let me say something, because you know Luka is the second. You know he was the second youngest dude to have a triple double. Luka was. Can y'all guess 19. Who the youngest dude? Can you guess who the youngest dude is?
It's not LeBron.
No, it's somebody that. It's Markelle Fultz.
Markelle Fultz. And this man can't even get on the court.
And Dennis Smith had one last year, actually.
Hey, the European boy is. I said he was gonna be the best European player that came to America, other than my other man at Dallas, at Dirk. Then Dirk.
When you say this, what you say?
Well,
huh? Oh, I posed because again, I talked to my man Puff. My man Puff is over.
I'm name dropping Puff to help you out. When you said you posted or you just talking?
No, we was talking. Actually, if you go back and look, it was draft night. Because I asked Puff.
I ain't looking nothing. I'm gonna ask Puff. I'm gonna hit Puff up right now.
Ask Puff. Ask Puff right now.
Puff sleep. It's nighttime or it's night.
Yeah, yeah. But I did. I did, because I mean, just because I was going on YouTube and I was watching this dude, I was like, yo, this kid is special. And I asked Puffer, he was like, he's legit. Like, he going to be the real deal. And the first 2.5 months of the basketball season, he has been the real deal.
Man,
well, Atlanta Hawks kicking their stuff right now.
I even got him on my damn
Hawks
2K team. Hey,
Trey
I got him on my 2K team.
He still give me double digits, though. Trey ain't stink, and he ain't dying like they said he would. He still give me double-digit points, Trey. Thank you, Trey. Hold on, Trey. Hold on.
All right. Let's be real about that kid. He can pass the basketball.
Yes, sir. He just ain't got nobody.
Trey Young can pass the basketball, but the thing is, people so hell-bent on scoring point guards right now, and they overlook the other intangibles of the position.
We give you like 16 to 8, 16 to 7,
So, I mean, right.
Somebody
right now,
on the phone right now was killing them. Somebody on the phone right now was killing Trey.
I did kill Trey. Hey, Hulk, come on, bro.
Now, I got a question. From a point guard perspective, is Lonzo Ball a bust?
Hell no.
No, he's not a bust.
I love Lonzo.
He's not a bust.
And his daddy ain't
now. Last year around this time, what was people saying?
He a bust.
Okay.
Yeah, but
so when LeBron ain't there, Lonzo out that thing getting it in, boy.
Business.
When LeBron
if LeBron wasn't on the Lakers, Lonzo right now, before he got hurt the other night, he averaged 20 points.
Yeah, but they be getting their head beat in too, though. So we ain't gonna.
But see,
and his jumper's gonna get better. He just got that's funky. He got to get that.
He hit though. He hit
right, but it's not consistent. Yeah,
man.
It's two things that help Lonzo out. There's two things that helped him out. Magic when he got Rondo, and his daddy got out the way.
Hey, Hawk, you need that joint. For 50. He hate Rondo.
Oh, I love Rondo. Let me get my man Kawhi stamp. Man Rondo. He called him Bumbo. Bumdo.
Yeah, he said Bumdo.
I mean, but let's look at the intangibles of the position. You know what I'm saying? Because Lonzo Ball don't look to score the basketball. Does Rondo look to score the basketball? No. Magic brought in a guy who could teach him how to. The Magic brought in a guy who can teach him how to play his position.
That's a fact. Hey, look, man,
like
we got it. We got to end the show, man. Y'all go ahead, say y'all pleasantries, man. We rocked out for almost an hour and 30 minutes.
7:07. Yeah.
We got it in today. NBA. Look, Bean called up quick. I said I need to do an NBA show. My dog keeps saying when we're gonna do basketball. So tomorrow we're gonna do the same thing because the cat. Well, I don't talk about the Cavaliers on live TV. I mean live video.
I ain't gonna talk about them no more. They finished.
Hey, hold on. I got your joint on my iPod. So when I'm at work, so I'll be on that joint.
Recap. I got you, dog.
Yeah,
man.
Baby. We be there.
So
we gonna go watch our Wahoo.
You ain't hear what Bean just said though, did you? You just ignored him.
No, I ain't hear. What'd he say?
Go ahead, Bean. Say it again.
Which part?
About UVA. You ain't gonna do what?
Oh, we ain't talking about them.
Why?
We ain't talking about no UVA.
He said because they done.
Who you like, man? Who you like?
Oh, Cleveland. College basketball?
Yeah.
I mean, in college basketball, I had to go to a particular squad because out of affiliation.
Okay, so
but once he left, it was over.
Well, who you talking about? You like Georgetown?
Cat Barber in NC State.
Oh, bruh. Hey,
that's home team right there.
I will tell you this, man. I will tell you this. Now that he's gone, if those twins who at Nevada right now were still at NC State with that coach and what they got right now, they'd be our biggest threat other than Duke in the ACC right now. Them twins can play.
Well, the twins, they wanted the ball in their hands all the time back during that time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why they went out West Coast. But they still top 10 squad, though.
And realistically, you know what I'm saying, Cat wanted to get the ball up back then, but the best chance we had to win was for him to shoot it. He didn't want to shoot the basketball, but he was forced to shoot the basketball.
Yeah. Nah, but
you know
the The coach you got is
It was
tight,
funny
man.
because I got into an argument with a reporter one time because we played UVA. We lost to UVA his last year. He had 17 points, like 7 assists, and like 5 rebounds, and they treated him like he had a bad night.
Right.
All because he didn't get the normal 30. You know.
Nah, but hey,
it came out between him and Brogdon. You know, we thought we was gonna get Player of the Year, but you know it was all about wins.
But yeah, man, we're gonna have to wrap this up, man. Y'all go ahead and let the people know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You got Twitter handles or something. You know, JaVale, I know you don't want people to know where you at because they be trying to get you.
Hey, Hawk. I'm your closest. I'm your closest road dog, cause I stay loyal.
You always here. Yeah,
the only thing
here.
The only thing me and you don't agree on is Eagles and Redskins. Everything else, I'm there.
God damn, bro. Can we go one damn episode without you saying their name?
Hey, that's my handle right there. That's my Stephen A. right there. But hey, all good, man. Everybody have a
well, JaVale, how many playoff wins had the Redskins had since 2000?
Damn.
We haven't had too many, but I'm still loyal. I'm still loyal.
How many quarterbacks have y'all had since 2000?
And you know what? It's funny because you know what?
Hey, we're gonna have to pick this up tomorrow. We're going to pick this up tomorrow.
Every day, Duke and Carolina fans ask me the same thing. No, every day, Duke and Carolina fans ask me the same thing.
Appreciate y'all. We're gonna be back tomorrow.
Hey, my Wahoo's 9:00, ESPN2. Watch that.
There you go. You got JaVale, my dog Bean. Shout out to T, who had to log off. Darian hit the wrong button. He had to hang up, and the phone lines was closed, but he rocking with me on YouTube right now. Appreciate everybody, man, that's been tuning in. My Aunt Nita said, great job. I'm happy. My wife ready to eat. She happy. Jason came in here throwing in that dynamite. Appreciate you, dog. Chris West, as always. Time to go, man. It's time to eat, man. You know, I do all this fasting. I'm hungry. I don't want to get hangry. Take us out, baby.
I want the whole world spin my record. Cheryl, the hooded styles, check game, stay free records. Oh, shorty girl fed to death in a massaging. Bad news even be massaging. I got a fitted head, I be massaging. Pinky rings on my finger, I'm massaging. I got a speedboat concert cause I massage. I coming through about a whole Econo Lodge. I be massaging, I be massaged.